Yeah.
All right, welcome everyone.
Hold on, I gotta get.
Okay, give a good introduction. Ready? Hey, come on by. Really an honor for us to be here and to acknowledge and honor the work that these graduates did in terms of moving on in their life and to making this community stronger. With a deep sense of responsibility that like Maya, Sylvia Delana and this whole troop work together to help us to the stage of coming together and really helping you to own your gifts. I think if anything is the theme for today, it is for us to hone, to sharpen our gifts that we have to give. But we're going to start with Coach is going to lead us in an opening. Is it melee?
Yeah, Ehomai.
Ehomai. So why don't we all stand up, maybe with hold hands.
Coach, come here. Coach.
Where's it for you? Right, okay. Hey, hold.
Deep breath in. Hanu. 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 Eho mai keike mai luna mai e ona mea huna no eo ona mele e ho mai ka ike mai luna mai e ona mea huna no eo ona mele Ike mai luna mai e ona mea huna no eo ona mele ho mai Aloha, mahalo iho, mahalo kia kua, mahalo mom and dad for this beautiful life. Aloha! E akahai, el lukahi, o ulu olu, e ta'aha'a, e ahunui. Within the kindness of our hearts, we unite in harmony. Within this pleasantness, we agree to stay modest and humble, for the path is one of patience as well as perseverance. Grant us clear vision as we navigate the depths of our souls, so as we shine the light within ourselves, we may see the joy in sharing this gift of aloha with the world. We gather, we pray, we exist. We love, we share, we live. We help, we inspire, we belong. We come together as one. Choo!
Oh, everything is C, and just a few introductory remarks to make to get us off. So it was 5 years ago that Kai and I met to start Puna Rising, the first iteration of Puna Rising Ohio. And by an initial funding we received from the county, we created this website, Kai created the website, on Horizon. And that has served the virtual platform that has birthed these dreams. And I just want to read you the mission that we set back 5 years ago and how we've continued to live in that mission. The mission of Pune Rising is to connect, inform, and inspire the people of Pune to work together collaboratively, to identify markets for their goods and services, to explore new opportunities, and to build a stronger and robust community ethos. That's what we're doing here. That's what's happening right here. We're doing that. And it's for me gratifying to see what we started 5 years ago and how it's evolved. I just wanted to share one true story, just to help kick off tonight. An experience that happened to me in June, which I hopefully you will remember when you have moments of doubt in your life. You're all beginning a journey as being entrepreneurs that's going to be challenging. And that's why Sylvia put you through your paces to make sure that you know what you're coming up against. But you're going to be launched from here and you're going to go on. But even at my age, I'm going to be turning 80 in October, the challenges don't stop. I'm sorry to tell you that, they don't stop. But you do have more tools to use. And you do have more experience to trade off. So I did a vision quest. I did a 22-day, I called my fly about the mainland in June, ended with a vision quest in New Hampshire. And it was supposed to be a 3-day, 2-night vision quest. And I go by myself in a beautiful mountainside of New Hampshire. And I was sleeping outside because the tent was too small. And it was fun. The sky was beautiful, no rain. But the first night was really uncomfortable. So you can relate this to your own life in terms of your own dealing with challenges. I'm lying on the ground of a mat, I'm sleeping bed. But I have to get up every hour to go to the bathroom. And at my age, getting up from the ground is not easy. The ground is not flat, it's rocky. So, and I'm feeling aches and pains. And unfortunately in my life, I don't have aches or pains, but that night I was having aches and pains. So I'm saying to myself in the middle of the night, this is the first night, I'm saying, Robert, nothing's happening here. Nothing happens at nighttime. I'll just do 2 days and 1 night and I'll be fine. That's why I'm making this mental compromise with myself. Familiar with that? Ever try and make a mental compromise with yourself? I'll just say, we'll start 2 full days and 1 night. Anyhow, I got up in the morning, and journaling is a very good way to come back to your senses. So I was journaling, and I realized, no, I had to live the commitments. That's one thing I was learning about this 22-day flyabout was the key thing about living your commitment and perseverance. So I said, okay, Robert, you're going to stay. Wednesday was very long. This is the 3rd vision quest I've done. For some reason, this is the most challenging. So I thought nothing was happening. Go to sleep, second night, get outside. And then I wake up at 1:30 in the morning in a dream. And I look up to the sky, and staring down at me is a mountain lion. That the clouds had so arranged themselves, it looked like the face of this big mountain lion staring down at me. Like the clouds, small pieces of clouds, like almost like Lego pieces together, and I'm seeing this very clear and distinct image. I said, thank you. Because for me, it was the way of the universe thanking me for staying the second night. Things do happen at night time. And I got this power animal as my vision quest. And that's the work I have to do now, is to incorporate the energy of this mountain lion and what that means. So I just tell you that story just to say, hang in there. You know, don't make compromises with yourself. Just go the distance. You know, build up that tough muscle of perseverance. You know, and life will show you its bounty. It will show you your mountain lion when you least expect it. Now, my mountain lion, one of them, is Sylvia Delano, who we met roughly, I think, 2014, the year after I moved here. I did a course with her. I think some of you know this in Conscious Commerce. And Sylvia and I have been like tag team partners ever since. And she's a gift, Una. This is, like I say, we're about honing our gift. So her gifts that she got from Hewlett Packard and elsewhere, she's brought here. In fact, Puna has brought us here. I mean, indigenous people were here to begin with, and they came here for a reason. But us immigrants who came here also came to spread our gifts. And so I would like to introduce Sylvia to start off with the graduation. And let me just bless her. She's amazing. Thank you.
Aloha, everyone, and welcome. First of all, what I'd like to do is thank two people for supporting me, other than Robert, during this quest, and that's Kai, Mr. Kai Manor, who is the tech support, the guru, the website, the content maker, the everything. Thank you.
And co-founder of Puna Rising.
And co-founder and sharing his gifts with all of us. You have a question on your techie stuff. I know some of you have emailed Kai, and he's. And Maria. And thank you so much for the support with looking at the business plans and giving your feedback and taking some of that load and all of that, so I really appreciate it. Okay, so our graduation ceremony, I'm going to start with this saying. It says, 80% of success is just showing. And guess what? You're 80% there because you showed up. And showing up is a big deal. Showing up means you're there, you're solid, you're committed, you're dedicated, and like Robert was saying, perseverance, you're not going to give up. In the beginning of the Entrepreneur Hub, when we were doing some of the sessions, I was going through the qualities.
They get kind of wireless too. You can just take it off the stand.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, here. Yeah.
Huh?
It's too
Maybe
late.
I'll talk louder. Big things. I'll just hold it. How's that?
That's better.
Great.
Okay, all right. So, in the beginning of when we were doing our sessions, I was talking a lot about the characteristics and qualities of an entrepreneur because they're very special. Very special. And this is not to say just going out and getting a job is not special, but to be an entrepreneur, you have to be self-motivated. You have to be innovative. You have to have a passion for what you're doing that will get you up in the morning or at midnight or at 3 a.m. or whatever it takes to make your business a success, because it's more than a business. It's a passion of yours. It's your talent. It's your service. It's you. And being a solopreneur is a very special role. That role and those characteristics are so special that even in a mega company like Hewlett Packard, which was a $100 billion company and had 300,000 employees all over the planet, what they did was they noticed that some of their employees and managers were just becoming too complacent. In other words, too unmotivated. a little bit lazy, that kind of thing. They put in a special unit of entrepreneurs to go out and look at what people were doing, not actually their activities, but what the business looked like and all that, make suggestions and make improvements. Because they knew the mindset of an entrepreneur is always moving forward, always progressing, always looking for the opportunity, always fixing and solving problems. So that's you. That's you in a nutshell. That your characteristics and your qualities are recognized as very special. And because you have those, you will be successful in whatever you do. So just keep that in mind, keep that going, because you can't turn back now. It's too late, sorry. You signed the paper, you're in, like it or not. You can be flexible, you can make a few changes, but you can't quit. Got it? Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have each one of you come up and introduce yourself, and then introduce your business, and I will give you your lei and your certificate, and then you will also talk about what you got out of the program. That's going to be really, really important. This is a county grant-funded program, and because it's grant-funded, we do report at the end what the results are and everything. And so what you got out of the program is really, really important. And then also, what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs? All right, so the first one up is Rose. And Rose, I want you to introduce yourself with your full name, and I'll get your certificate.
You can stand at the podium after you get your name.
Yes. Here is your certificate.
I think this case.
Oh, hi. I'm Rose. Hi, I'm Rose. My business, take this second here. Let me start out with a little story. When I was growing up, my mom was shuffling us around a bit. And I ended up staying with my aunt, a few hours away. And one of the things that happened was she had a friend that owned an art gallery, and they would have classes, painting classes and different things there. And so I went and I took that class, and she said, you know, if you guys want, you can leave your pictures here, your paintings here in the gallery, and we'll see, you know, if people like them. So, and it was kind of funny, I don't remember the exact amount of money, but it was a couple $100, no signature, no frame, the guy wanted. And that kind of really is where my love of painting and art comes from, because somebody gave me a chance when I was to do something different for myself. And I had a great sense of pride in myself when someone offered to buy my painting. It was just something that it was my first stepping stone for where I'm going now. So I paint off and on and draw and do all kinds of things for my art, but I didn't start doing this program until after I moved here, and I started this in 2024, And I ended up having to put a pause on it because where I was doing my art classes at and my art club, which is, I was doing it at the park, and one of the ladies came and she basically wanted me to either pay a lot to go each week, or she wanted me to basically give her some run of the program, the way she explained it to me. So I stopped doing it, and it was a really sad point for me because I really wanted my art program to take off. And so when I found the little email, or I can't remember where I found it, for Puna Rising for the program, but as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, and so I went and put my information in, and I feel really lucky that to have the help of this program and everyone running it, because it was really hard for me to get things going and keep things going, and I feel like now I'm in a better space and I have more ideas and everything available. Volunteers that my art program is run by volunteers basically. So a volunteer will teach a class, and if they teach a class, then in turn they can teach a paid class if we teach a free class. So, and it's basically to bring other artists together and everybody just to help each other out and do some networking in the hub part. The club part is for the art club is mainly focused towards our keiki, little kids, and also our kikuna. And but everyone is welcome into the program, and it really, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not good at talking in front of people, you guys know this. But the art program is gonna be available for everyone, whoever wants to come. The only thing that the art program is not, is it is not a child care center. So if families come, they gotta stay with their little ones. But I also want to have a teen program. So if 13 and up can come by themselves, as long as they as long as they behave themselves, they can come and take a class, and then their parents can pick them up. And part of the reason for that is that I want to be able to give them an option to have some private time as well, something separate from their family, something creative, something to help them grow and inspire them, and not have to worry about who's around or anything, because a lot of how we learn when we're younger is through art and music. And if we don't have that, then there's an empty space. There's not a place to grow and change, and to have even just someone to talk to other than their family. So, art is also art therapy, and there's all kinds of things that encompass this program that I'm going to run, but mainly I just want it to be available. I want art and music, all kinds of creativity to be available to everyone. And part of my program is I'm going to have a van or some kind of you know, like I'm gonna get a utility van or maybe one of the smaller tourist buses or whatever, and turn it into a mobile unit so I can take my art program anywhere on this side of the island. So anywhere from like Volcano all the way down through Hilo and down here in Puna and Pahoa down. I just want to make it widely available for our communities. And when I was doing this program, I've learned so much. I didn't think that I was going to be able to get this going, and I'm really happy that I am. And that this program has been such a support, and I've learned so much about what to do and with my business, but also my own desires for my program. And I just really appreciate everything that you've done for me, Sylvia. Hi. Maria, Robert. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry I'm rambling. I did leave my paper at home on my desk, so I would have complete brain issues. So I do apologize for that and my rambling, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
And Rose, one question. What advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot
wait.
about that. I'm sorry.
Yes. No, that's okay. Maybe just quickly.
I would just say not to give up and keep looking for your community, whoever you can find to help support you, and just keep going no matter what. Because there's somebody that's going to help you at some time. And it's just really, that's what I would, just don't give up.
Okay, thank you. All right, our next graduate is Selena on. Here's your certificate.
Hi, I'm Selena. I'm the current president of the Carousel of Aloha. If you haven't heard of us, we're a nonprofit here in Hawaii creating the world's only Hawaii-themed working hand-built carousel. We're actually more than a carousel now. The carousel will be going in an entertainment park. So our goal is to provide a location for events like this, clubs, weddings, baby showers, luau's, and what else are we supposed to talk about? So the carousel is created of 36 animal placements. It is an actual working carousel. Everything is hand carved. Every animal is significant to Hawaii. Every animal tells a story. We have a pa'u course for each island. And the entertainment park itself will have spaces for food trucks on the outside and food kiosks on the inside, a gallery, a gift shop, and event spaces for all sizes of events, whether it's like large weddings or gatherings like this. So, and as you know, finding event spaces is very difficult to come across.
Yeah, tell us about it.
As a nonprofit, we will be charging entrance fees to support the facility, but our proceeds will be going back towards the art in the community in the form of art and education and scholarships. And then as we give back to the community, it's a source. Our customers are not just locals, it's visitors as well. So we have like a two-part of like, not only are we providing for our local community, creating a place where people can go on any given day with their families and enjoy this like working piece of art, but it's going to be an attraction worldwide. I mean, so it'll be a source of pride for the island, not to compete with the natural beauty, but to enhance it and give us, you know, something to show off. So that is what we want to create. Not that Hawaii needs a carousel, but it deserves something extraordinary. So that's what we're trying to create. What I've learned most from this in this workshop is there are no stupid questions. If you don't know the answer, it's okay. If you don't know, you don't know, and it doesn't hurt to just ask and to brainstorm and seek advice when you need it. Don't do things the hard way, just seek advice. What I would give to all the entrepreneurs is that everything is accomplishable. You just have to break it down and figure out the right way to break it down and create steps for everything. And one bite at a time, and that's how you eat the elephant. So that's my questions.
Yes, that's good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, our next graduate is Janelle.
Before I begin, I just see some phones out, so I just would like to ask that I'm not put on social media.
No.
Okay. Hi, my name is Janelle Sovereign. Can you all hear me? Okay, cool. So a little bit about myself and how I came to be here is my whole life I've kind of been in service. And when I heard about the Peace Corps when I was in elementary school, I knew right away that that was something I wanted to do. And so I went and I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Namibia and Southwest Africa. And from there I came home and immediately got called in by the Red Cross to work disaster services for Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. And I did that for a few years and got burnt out from disasters and moved to another nonprofit working with dropout prevention and creating volunteer programs in Seattle for the school district. After that, I came here to the islands and was asked to serve with Special Olympics. And I worked as the director here on the island for almost 8 years and was the only sole employee. I had pretty much only worked with volunteers. And it really fueled my passion for working with volunteers and for the value of volunteerism. I absolutely loved it, and I loved being able to create opportunities for the community to be able to give back and to be able to receive. That's the other thing with volunteering. It's like not only are you giving, but you receive so much. And so it just really just reiterated to me, like, this is something that I want to continue. And Spirit just kind of directed me into a master's program that allowed me to serve internationally. And in that process, I realized, wow, from my Peace Corps experience in Southwest Africa and Namibia, and then working in Greece and Peru, and then back to South Africa, I really saw the impact, and there's a lot of negative impact that happens with volunteerism, especially overseas, in this kind of savior complex that people want to go and save the locals, and and they don't need saving. They have so much to give, and yes, there's support that's needed, but there's a lot of harm that comes. And so from that experience, after I got my master's, I wanted to do things differently, and I wanted to educate locally, domestically here in the country, as well as internationally. And that's where the concept of conscious volunteering came from. And that's the nonprofit that I worked on through this business entrepreneurial hub, is establishing the business plan for conscious volunteering as a legit nonprofit. And when I first started, I was like, oh, but I have my personal business, which is New Earth Transforming, which is a personal development program, most specifically for women, but for all people, to support them in their transformation to their highest self. And so I started kind of thinking, oh, how am I going to do this? And then the more that we got into the program, I realized, oh, I need to invest all of my time into the nonprofit. And that's what I did. And so I appreciate Sylvia. It was really great about kind of doing the work that I already do with New Earth Transforming, of helping us have the mindset shifts, but then also the real practical parts about starting a business and the pit holes that can come up and how to continue and just persevere through them, as well as the resources and the connections. I would say that's probably been the biggest blessing for me, is having connections and being like, oh, you don't actually have to do it all on your own. So my nonprofit, Conscious Volunteering, is kind of three-tiered. The first thing is to educate nonprofits here in the States about how to create a volunteer program. I don't know if any of you guys have ever volunteered, but oftentimes you show up with such great intentions, you're excited, and you get there, and there's nothing for you to do. Or what you thought you were gonna do, you're not doing it. And you're standing around, and you get frustrated, and then now you kind of have a bad taste in your mouth about volunteering or about the organization. So I really wanted to educate them about how to actually create a volunteer program. And so I did a little mini workshop even with the group here of kind of giving you an overview of what that might look like and how to be aware of some of the things that you need to have a quality volunteer program. The second phase is, or the second tier, is really about educating very good-hearted people who want to serve overseas and helping them to become conscientious about the harm that can happen with their good intentions, and that good intentions is not enough. You need to really listen to the community and follow the community's lead as to what they need and empower them to utilize their own resources, their own community members, to fulfill the needs in their community so it's sustainable and not always dependent on Western aid. And then the third one is kind of the way to be able to raise money, and I've coined a term called service adventures, where people can actually pay, and it's going to be in South Africa. Because of apartheid, there's so much history, and they've done a really good job of actually utilizing the local communities to establish nonprofits. They're called NGOs internationally, non-governmental organizations. And so the service adventure would give people in the West an opportunity to go on vacation, but also to be able to be of service and be able to learn and have actionable skills and awareness, as well as a really positive experience and a contribution to the local community. So that's kind of an overview of what Conscious Volunteering is. Since starting the program, I have my board established. I have my nonprofit status here in the state of Hawaii. I'm working on my 501c3 certification to have federal status, and things are really moving forward. So I'm grateful for this support that I received here. The question of what would I offer to future entrepreneurs is that little like whisper of what if I did this? You know, there's something that a lot of us have that we want to be able to grow. And I just would encourage you to see it through and to know you don't actually have to do it alone. It feels daunting. It feels like I have to do this by myself. But you don't. And Puna Rising is such an amazing resource, and even if this grant's not continued, I know that the people here will continue to be here and continue to be an asset and a resource and a blessing. So I give thanks to all of you, and aloha.
Thank you, Janelle. Our next graduating family is Jessica and Coates and the Kiki. Do you want to bring them up? Okay, okay.
Aloha everyone. My name is Jessica Hibbs and my partner is Coach Alvarez Support, and together we are the co-founders of Pacific Island Creations LLC. We are artists and creators with a passion for quality and authenticity based on At the Big Island of Hawaii, we seek and source premium Pacific Island ingredients and offer locally crafted products for culinary and wellness. Pacific Island Creations, operating under the brand Vanilla, offers premium gourmet grade A Tahitian vanilla beans and vanilla extract grown organically on its native island of Tahiti and handcrafted in Hawaii. Through a Tahitian family connection, we are able to source and deliver authentic, traceable Tahitian vanilla beans to the Hawaii Islands and Pacific West Coast. In a market increasingly affected by diluted products and synthetic substitutes and misleading labeling, Pacific Island Creations offers chefs, bakers, specialty retailers, and conscious consumers a premium alternative rooted in transparency, quality, and connection. Pacific Island Creations is a relationship-driven Pacific brand that connects consumers to the product. Through empowerment of local small businesses, small batch production, and ethical sourcing, the company combines premium flavor with intentional craftsmanship. This unique positioning allows Pacific Island Creations to serve the growing demand for authentic, origin-driven products while building long-term brand loyalty across specialty culinary, retail, and gifting markets. Through partnership with local farmers, crafters, and creators, a collaborative market or co-op will be created. This platform will offer a variety of island-inspired culinary, food, and wellness products and crafts that honor the cultures and lands of the Pacific Islands. Through empowerment of the local people, native and non-native alike, spreading the island gifts will uplift the local spirit and economy that is needed to spark a movement rooted in connection. Vanilla will serve as a gateway into the market for other rare specialty goods made locally. As the business branding and marketing develops and takes hold through the Tahitian vanilla, Pacific Island Creations will be developing a farm with Hawaii-grown crops, including vanilla, ava, and more. These crops will be propagated for practical monetary use while also serving the purpose to helping to restore the land and revive the culture. This will offer support for our local communities and prosperity through connection back to the land and the people. Pacific Island Creations, crafted with intention, rooted in connection. Now I will share what I got out of the program. This program enabled me with the tools to envision and develop a business plan that encompasses the many facets of our passions and inspirations, from quality ingredients to community building, crafting, and more. The program helped me to gain confidence in our shared vision for Pacific Island Creations. And the consistency of showing up to class each week helped me maintain a level of commitment that led to a fuller vision of the dream we have been cultivating together. The advice I would offer to any aspiring entrepreneurs would be to find what truly motivates you. What is your intention? How can you integrate a deeper meaning into whatever it is you are striving to do in life? Follow your heart and do what feels right for you. That will guide you and lead you to your success, because more than just money, life is about finding meaning and connection back to something that is bigger than us. Mahalo. Any questions?
I'm so proud of you. Well, thank you. We were expecting one more entrepreneur, so that those that started with the program can complete it by the end of this year by turning in their business plan at that time. That way they can work it into the other things that they're doing, and be able to take care of themselves and their families while they're doing that. So I just wanted to let you all know we're here. We'll be here for a while. And so I think that that was a good compromise for them and for us to see them through and give them the support they needed, because, you know, they didn't expect these circumstances to come up and knock them down, but guess what, they're getting up again, and that's good. That's good. And regarding this program, just so you know, we did not get funding for another round, so we've done 2 complete rounds. However, there are other grants and opportunities that if the need does seem apparent in Puna still, then we will pursue those avenues to continue to help. We are also working on a youth career development program, and we're going to have a job fair on August the 15th here. So if you're motivated, please come and check it out. Maybe you can have a little table and talk about your business to kids 15 to 19 years old who are interested and not know quite what to do or what their passion is and all of that. But we want to get them really focused about thinking that they do have, changing their mindset and thinking that they do have the opportunities, that they do have the abilities, and they do have support to then finish school, work for higher level educational development, or go out and start a career, whatever it is. Get them motivated and thinking that they can, rather than what they've been told, no, you can't. So it's a big mindset shift, and anyone that wants to help us with anything along those ways, please let me know, because the more the merrier. So thank you very much. What we're going to do is I'd like Robert and Maria and Clyde, if you want to have closing remarks, and then we do have a lot of food for lunch, so after the closing remarks, we'll just take a little break while we set up the table with all the food, and then we'll party. Okay, thank you. Yes. Right. Well, you have to have a mic. You can stay there if you want.
Well, what do you?
Yeah, go up there.
Up here.
Go up there.
All of
You
you.
can get in front of the mic too.
You too, Maria.
Closing remarks.
Yeah,
You just put that on the podium.
yeah, put it on the podium.
Okay.
Just put it on the podium. Just put it on the
Just put it on the podium. Yeah, right there.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Me go first? Okay. Okay. Well, we're here. We've made it. This is a long-term commitment. And I am proud of every entrepreneur that has made it through. To say that you've lasted through Sylvia Delina, or Maya Delina, depending on how you know her, this program, intensive program, 2 Zooms a week. I work in education. This is my home turf. This is my home base here. I gotta say, it's impressive to get a kid the ages 16 to 18 to attend an online 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock Zoom twice a week. To do that for a kid, impressive. To do that for an adult, impeccable, incredible, honestly. And so, what I've seen with this round compared to the last round of entrepreneurs are the going back to what Rose said about not being afraid to, eventually not being afraid to ask questions, whether they are perceived as silly, whether they're perceived as less than desirable questions. The fact that Sylvia pushed all of us to go from being anxious to answer a question to asking any type of question. I don't know, there's just like so many barriers of anxiety that just participating in Sylvia's program that gets you from what I call from the zero to hero to entrepreneurship. And so I thank you. I thank you for that. I thank you for this opportunity. And thank you to the Puna Rising Cast and to all the entrepreneurs. So we're gonna all take the skills that we have learned through this program and keep doing better. you know, and we're going to uplift others along the way, and it's going to be a great time. So thank you very much, and congratulations. Oh, yes. You don't like the podium?
I don't like the podium. Well, it covers most of you, that's the problem I have too.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Then hold that, this,
I have it.
you were doing it, thank you, perfect.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maria Shiro, and first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much to Sylvia, because I had asked her if I could be a mentor in the program, and she just said yes, and I was just really thrilled. But I want to say that I know a bunch of you, but I didn't know Rose, but I have seen so much growth from each and every one of you from the very beginning of the program to today. It is really amazing. I think you guys are going to do amazing out there. You're going to have great businesses. As your mentor, I'll still be here for you, even way after the program ends. So I just want to say how it was such a privilege to be part of the program, you know, twice a week for 6 months, and to see the growth that I saw. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm not fair to There's an expression, be careful what you wish for. I remember having this idea of creating, I didn't have the title of Pool Rising at that time, but something that would pull together the various communities that exist here. And talking about that idea. And it's awe-inspiring how to be involved in this journey. And it really is a journey. And the journey is not over. We are going forward. We have new programs that we want you to get involved with. Tonight, if you want to celebrate, we are sponsoring a concert at the Kalani Blue Room. Roy Dohan, who's a very famous Israeli singer, songwriter, and pianist, is helping to showcase local talent here. It's on a contribution basis. It's gathering between 7 and 7:30 to 9 o'clock. And Roy has a way of sort of weaving people together the way Maya has woven you together here to create love and community. We are also, Pool Rising is working on creating a regenerative exchange network here of people, so everyone can work together and share their gifts and their talents and have their needs met here. So I see you as part of the Pool Rising program, because we're invested, we know what's so special about this community. And I often say this, and I love repeating it. You know, I come from New York, and I tell people I live in an area that has the highest quotient of mindful, intelligent people. And so I just want to thank you for your devotion to your community, to our home here, to your gifts, and we need you. We need you. Thank you.
Okay, if you want to just take a break, walk around, give us 10 minutes. We're going to set up the table with all the food. If you brought something, you can leave it on the table. We'll just arrange it also. Okay, see you soon. And Maria, if you can help.